I decided to shorten it. Does it look okay?
I think it looks super duper good on you!
It feels kinda cheesy to say it, but I feel like I've been reborn. So I thought maybe I'd start with a brand new hairdo.
'90s newspaper was fucking weird. That's really odd. Actually, there's an ad here for Waterworld and stuff. This newspaper is actually from 1995. Would you believe that? Like, that's crazy. But anyway, enough of that. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome back to the Rosario Vampire Vlogs. We are on episode 11, I think? Yeah, episode 11, as far as I know. And we are on an episode that is pretty much kind of a filler until we get to the season finale next week. So, where we last left off, we were introduced to Ruby, our new member of the Fellowship of Sukune, essentially, and we're back in Yokai. They've had their summer break, and now they're back for the next part of the semester. In doing so, they get back to their newspaper club, and everything seems to be going okay. They're working hard, they're writing all over the place, and then there's another newspaper club, the Super Newspaper Club. So now we got Dragon Ball Z shit going on here. We have Saiyan and then Super Saiyan. But these guys are kind of dipshits. They essentially report the same stuff that the newspaper club does, but they do it kind of more lame and with color and shit and more finances, which really sucks for our gang of heroes. And unfortunately, Guy, the werewolf guy, pretty much says these guys are working for essentially the yokai police. Yes, there are essentially a police force present on campus. Not typical or topical of recent events at all, but basically who are kind of keeping track of all the different monsters and making sure everything's under control. And it's very kind of conspiracy driven, this episode, but anyway, they do whatever they can to keep their newspaper going, one of which being Kurumu and Yukari dressing in really sexy outfits, maid outfits. And I'm just like, that would have been nice eons ago, but now it's outdated. But then the other newspaper club, it's like, look, we got bikinis, and all the guys rush to them, and you're just like, oh man, our heroes can't catch a break. But anyway, then it turns out that they have to incinerate all their files and everything, and Kurumu's kind of sad. I really feel bad for her in this episode, because she worked on this with Sukune, and it was so sweet. But then the head of the newspaper club starts shit and taunts her and everything, and it turns out they're not following the rules, so the head of the Super Newspaper Club turns out to be a ginormous spider who uses monsters to inject them with her venom, and therefore become slaves to her will and become servants of evil. And of course, you know, Q, Mocha, and the character showing up to fight back. Even Mizure gets a couple of hits in this, and, you know, remove the rosary, Mocha becomes a super class vampire and kicks the spider's ass, and we're back to square one, and the newspaper club decides, why don't we just try to expose this group for being corrupt and everything. Which doesn't sit well with the Volturi. Yes, there is a, much like Twilight, as I'm reviewing them at the same time, there is a Volturi involved in this show, who are super monsters who do not like the way this newspaper club is meddling in their business, and one of them being Sukune Ana, which means Sukune will be in trouble for the season finale. So, this episode is pretty simple. I was originally going to review 2 episodes this week, being part 2 of last week and this one, but because I found out that the 2 episodes don't really align, I don't like leaving off with cliffhangers, so I put 3 episodes there, and now I'm down to 1 episode here. This was a good little filler episode, kind of nice, very quick to the point, because I think it wants to get to the season finale as quick as they can, because they know they're running out of time. So, there's some good, obviously, comedic moments. It's a very quick episode. Like, I was surprised how fast it was going. I think, like, 10 minutes in, they already cut to a commercial break. I'm like, no, we usually wait till, like, the 15-minute mark, because this is a half-hour episodic series. But they went 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's different. I guess because I wanted more time to build up to the post-credits bit with the new villains in town. But either way, this episode was kind of pointless, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it kind of brings more establishment to who's in charge of the school, who are the corrupts running it, and it was good for what that was. Other than that, I mean, the characters are about the same. All get a couple moments to shine now that we have a huge established group with us. And for some reason, I know Kurumu has her heart out for Skune, and really sweet moment between these two. But am I the only one who thinks her and Guy are going to end up together? Only because they just seem like the perfect match. One is kind of a bit more of a seductive, kind of the bitch of the group, and then the other is sort of the, the Yamcha of the group. They're like the Yamcha and Bulma of this series, so I get the feeling they're going to be shipped together at some point. I don't know about the next season, because I haven't watched the next season, but we'll get to that next year, unfortunately. But yeah, I just find that kind of interesting that I think they would be the most compatible together since obviously Skune has chosen Mocha. So this episode, I think I'm going to give about a 6 out of 10. Not one of my favorites of the series, kind of filler, but it does set up for our season finale, which we will get to next week. So, again, guys, thank you so much for watching this Rosario Vampire Vlog. I know this one was quicker than most, but I just want to get these out there. Of course, these are also going to be on Patreon, and if you guys want to donate to our Patreon, just $1 more will get you access to all of our content, as well as other special features. And, yeah, it's just a quick little episode this time around. I just wanted to get something out there for Monday. Join us next week when we take a look at the season finale, and as far as I remember, this is a very intense two-parter. So, of course, until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off saying, newspaper clubs, if you join one, make sure they're not covered in spiders. I'm running out of messages on this one. So, I'll see you guys next week on the season finale.